There's a video of us at our first gig, which was the Riverdale Harvest Fest.
Oh,
it's like
cool.
Midday.
Yeah.
And on the video, you hear someone in the crowd go, "Yeah, they're terrible."
That's awesome. I'm Elijah Kirby.
I'm Noah Schafer.
And I'm Tom Hill. I'm happy about that.
All right, let me turn down that level.
My fucking pet peeve when they're talking on podcasts and they're always so,
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
It's like, so try and speak up.
Yes.
Enunciate.
That's right.
So we're at your place in Fergus Falls, jamming some old school TSS and Sugar and Spikes. We're going to be doing a reunion show. When's the last time we played together?
The three of us jammed 2023, I think. Just for old time's sake.
Yeah.
But the last time we played a show, actually I have notes that I can tell you exactly when, but I think it was 2000.
Yeah, it's 2006 or 7, whatever.
Wait, which one? I want to know.
I think it was the last time we played with Josh was 2006, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And then we had that tribute show after Josh had passed on at the Metal Burrito.
It was the Metal Enchilada.
Metal Enchilada, that's right. That was Johnny Hercus's land or something, right?
Yeah.
His family's land. We're similar to what we're kind of planning on doing here. We had some guest vocalists and just, did a...
We played with Nux Vomica.
That's right. That was a good show.
And then I remember...
The sound in there was
terrible. And yeah, there was like just a pile of grain in the back.
Highly explosive. We had a bunch of shitty electrical equipment in there, so... Luckily, we didn't all blow ourselves to Kingdom Come.
Me and Whitesides did a gentleman's duel with Roman candles. If you remember that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so...
I don't remember that.
So we stood back to back, and then we had somebody light Roman candles, and we took 10 paces. We turned around, and then we shot the Roman candles at each other. I remember doing that.
That could have been really bad.
Yeah. But then I remember... Do you guys remember Monster Willie?
No.
Oh.
What is this?
So Monster Willie was a Fargo guy. He came to the show at the Metal Enchilada.
Okay.
And I remember waking up early the next morning because I had to pee, and it was like 5 a.m. And get out, and like the bonfire's still smoldering. And Monster Willie is out by the fire, and he's burning his tent. And he's just like putting it in the fire, and he's like restoking the fire. And I'm like, Willie, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I didn't want to pack up my tent. All right, cool. So just burn it. That's right on, dude.
Wild.
But that was, my memory of that was the last time, TSS played like as us, like at an actual show, and that was without Josh. And then, we tried to jam in 2023.
Shit. Yeah. Do you recall how we started Sugar and Spikes? Sam and I were in Disrespectfully Yours at the time.
Well, you do, which is good, because I'm actually thinking, I was like, no, I don't.
Okay. And were you and Josh planning on doing a project?
No, I just knew Josh from middle school band. We had gone to like a drum festival together out at the University of Mary, and we sat on the bus together, and he was eating a can of black olives, and he had a can opener with him.
Gross.
And I'm like, sweet, I like black olives. And he's like, so do I. And I was like, oh, cool.
Did you put them on your fingers?
Fuck yeah. Yep. We used to make moats at Thanksgiving. I'd like make like a moat of black olives and then put gravy in there, and then I'd like break the moat and let it spill out into the turkey and stuff like that. But oh shit, you've got to edit out. This is why it takes 3 hours to edit an episode. Yes, I just knew Josh from middle school, and we stayed friends because we were in band together. And then we started
both drummers in band?
Yeah. Yep. Josh played drums, and so did I, and percussion. And then we actually did marching band together one year. I have a picture of he and I from marching band in 9th grade from Hughes. We had the green and white, and like we had the swashbuckler hats. It had like one side up.
Okay.
And it was like permanently like, it was the Aussie hat, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was like
hat or something
green
like that.
velour. Just terrible. But yeah, we were just friends. And then we kind of both started getting into punk rock. But I was kind of more into like the new metal mostly. But I think Josh introduced me to you, Elijah.
Okay. Yeah, because he started dating Allison, and I was friends with her from Mandan.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And then, we just started hanging out, decided to start a band, I guess. I was more of a punk background, too. And Josh really wanted, and you, I guess, wanted to get a little more hardcore with it.
With Sugar and Spikes?
Yeah. And
sometimes.
Josh just wanted to scream, no singing or anything, so.
Well, I don't know that singing was an option. I mean, it might not have been a viable one for any of us.
I mean, you compare the arc from early Sugar and Spikes recordings where there's like a lot of screaming for sure, but like a lot of that kind of like punk, like Liar is a great example of like snotty punk vocals, and then you get to eventually TSS where it's just like a lot of extreme vocals, like stuff that wouldn't be out of place in grindcore and death metal, whatever.
Yeah, but he like then matched like by the end, like sometimes he would sing, and we had like songs that like he like not had spoken word stuff, but where it was like more singing, and then there was obviously the screaming.
Oh yeah, awesome.
But yeah, so I think I also knew Nick Keanu, and I think Nick knew some kids from Mandan. And Nick had an older brother, John, right? And they were in bands, and so I honestly don't like really remember how I met anybody, but I had been jamming with Nick in that band, Actar 911, because Nick and I had gym together in summer school, and so we decided we'd start a band. And then Mark Alexander was in that band for a while, and then it was Dawes. But yeah, we always like jammed at my house, and so I don't know, you guys just started coming over.
Oh yeah, because DY and Actar were playing together.
Oh yeah,
in basement of
Screaming Bean.
Screaming Bean.
Yeah, I think I wore a gas mask at that show.
And maybe Green Earth too.
Yeah.
You wore a gas mask?
Mm-hmm. I had a gas mask from that Army Navy surplus store in Mandan.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of the rubberized one that would be, I guess, probably 90s or 80s vintage.
Oh, I was thinking, Vietnam. It had like the one canister on the side, but it's, I don't know. Yeah. I got
if you guys were playing with the lights off and just a strobe light.
Yeah. And we
sucked.
and we turned it was like low strobe. So it was like dun, dun, dun. And for like 30 minutes. And and we played everything that we could think of. Mm-hmm. Like, cause we covered Limp Bizkit and like Pantera.
Wait, what Limp Bizkit side did you cover?
Faith.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
so you covered George Michael in the style of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. And then we had, but Nick and I's first song was, I remember this, because I was playing shortstop. And this is so weird, like why this memory, but like I was playing shortstop and Nick was playing third base. And we started singing the song, Mr. Proboscis. He lives in my pants, Mr. Proboscis. If you kiss him, he will dance. And Nick was a really good...
That became an Actar song.
Yeah, but it was this country song that's like... Mr. Proboscis, he lives in my pants. And like when we went to record at Dwayne Vogeley's, Dwayne had a steel guitar, and so Nick put steel guitar on that song.
Oh man, that's
really cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Dawes has the recording.
Okay. I'm gonna have to hear that sometime.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. And I sing one song on that. That's why I don't sing. Because it's so bad. Yeah, I was in Actar, and then that was like my first band, I guess. And then I was simultaneously jamming with like some of the Wachter kids. That was like Tim Sealer and Derek Klein, and then like Luke Olson. Those were the guys that owned Justin Nygaard. They were in the band Insects. Mm-hmm. And I jammed with them for a little bit, but like we only played like 3 or 4 shows together, and it was always weird because like sometimes Nygaard would be there and then sometimes he wasn't, and just it was like, no, we're gonna play and Tim's gonna sing. It's like, okay, so we're gonna do like songs that Tim wrote, and like we were in high school. I don't know, it didn't matter, but yeah.
What do you think was it just the timing, or like of all the bands you guys had in high school, like what made Sugar and Spikes last long enough to like mutate into Toxic Shock Syndrome eventually, but even like just last? I mean, like
I think we were always
You
hanging
actually
out
recorded,
anyway,
you actually, like-
just being friends. Yeah.
So it was just a solid enough relationship. It just worked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think there was always just like a willingness to do it, and like even after like, because you moved to Fargo with me or the Fargo Moorhead area for a while, and then eventually moved on to the Twin Cities, and like our lives just kind of changed, and you continued to live in Bismarck and like create your own life there, and I think we all just kind of created our own distinct lives, but made a point to stay in contact with each other, probably better than I have with other people that I've played in bands with. So, and like. So, I mean, that's why I think it's like easy to come back to this, because it's like I just generally like you guys. Like we go kayaking together, right? It's like we do old people things now, and it's like, oh yeah, we do also play music, and like, so I think that's what like, yeah, I think I just generally liked all of you guys, and just being Josh's, or like being a friend of his since like 14, yeah, it just kind of made it. It was just like a no-brainer. Like we didn't like audition anybody for our band. It was like, oh yes, you. Oh hey, this guy plays bass. Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And that's how I met Sam. I was like, I didn't know him.
Yeah.
So
Are all four of you the same age? You in the same grade? When
me and Josh were
And I was.
class of 2000.
Yep. And then Sam was maybe 2 years.
1 or
younger?
2 years. Yeah.
1 or 2. I don't know.
Okay. And then you're when did you graduate?
2002. So I'm
2 years
I
younger
think
than
2
us.
years younger than
Yeah.
you. So I guess I was the same age as Sam.
Yeah, and then we had a falling out, and I just couldn't play with Sam anymore. We wanted to go in way different directions. So
Yeah, Sam was always into like Operation Ivy and kind of like more of the oi and like the ska stuff, which totally
which I
fine.
was too at the time.
Yeah, and I kind of.
No, he was taking it. He wanted to do way different stuff than that, and I don't know. I just wasn't digging it. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. The band's over. And
Take my ball and go home.
yeah.
So wait, how's this time with like Tom going to Korea?
Well, I don't know. You came back. I don't know when you went.
I think it was in Texas, because I remember like it was in 2002, and I was like getting ready to be done, and so like I remember we actually had these conversations about doing a tour, and like I bought an atlas at Barnes and Noble, and I like road mapped out a tour, and like we were trying to get connections, but it was like in 2002, and you're like, well, yeah, who's gonna play bass for us then? And you're like, Noah, and I'm like, Noah, that Noah? I'm like, he's like, yeah. I'm like, isn't he like young? It's like, well, he plays bass and he's good. I'm like, well, fine. And so I think that was just like, it was just accepted like when we started jamming, and so that would have been in 2002. And then we had basically a year of being in a band, and then I got deployed to Bosnia.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, then I moved to Fargo, and then I moved to Fargo with you, and you moved there.
Yeah, I moved like probably a year or two later. When did you move? What year did you move to Fargo? Do you remember?
04.
Yeah, so I moved in 2005.
Oh, that's right. And then we were bums for a little bit. Like we lived on.
Well, because the apartment I moved into with a friend of mine from Williston.
Oh yeah, it had black mold.
Yeah, I like immediately was just like, I can't stay here.
Yeah.
And so I didn't sign the lease. I didn't like get in on it, and he didn't either. We ended up just fucking off and told the landlord. Somehow it worked out.
Yeah.
But you weren't. You were mainly staying with your girlfriend, and so your room at the house in Moorhead was open. So I just stayed there for a month. But you guys were getting kicked out. Yeah. Like your lease was up or something.
Oh yeah, and
so then your living situation changed too, and so we found a place, which was eventually Jude Law, but we couldn't get in for still another month, so we slept on Daz's apartment floor.
That's right, yeah, and I'd couch surf between.
So I was basically homeless for like 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I wasn't that long, and like we put all our shit in storage, and then I just couch hopped and like surfed with like people I worked with, and then we moved in with Daz, and then
I think it was more like we moved in, and then Daz was like out of his apartment for whatever reason, and he moved in. Oh, maybe he moved in at the same time. I'm not sure.
It was like a month later, but I remember when we stayed with him. So it has nothing to do with our bands. I mean, but Daz and Noah and I were in a band called War on God, but. The coffee cup that had the fucking spoon in it.
Oh yeah, no, that's
like so.
gross.
Daz had a notoriously like just dirty apartment, and he smoked in it, and like and he was like really into computers, still is, but like, yeah, he had this coffee cup and it had a spoon in it, and it like the coffee had congealed and it gotten moldy, and like just the spoon was standing fucking straight up, and so like we pulled the spoon up and like this ball of mold,
A cup-shaped.
Gross.
yeah, and we're like, that's disgusting.
Put it back.
Yeah, like so Noah and I did this like crazy deep clean for the little while that we were there.
I think it was to help him move out or something.
Yeah.
Because maybe he did move into Jude Law at the same time.
Well, yeah, because he was just going to stay with us for a little bit, and then he ended up moving into La Resistance under the stairs.
Yeah.
And then so Daz lived under our stairs for like
In the basement.
Yeah. Like an unfinished basement. and he just had a dirty mattress that he slept on the floor.
He's a simple man.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Simple needs.
Back to our music.
So, because I have a memory of going to a show at the Liberty that I think was the last one. Either you had been, so you went to Texas for
The
basic
Army
training.
No, I went to Missouri for basic training, then Korea, then Texas, then I came home for a year, and then I went to Bosnia. Then
Okay, so maybe it was. I think it was when you were going to Korea, because it was going to be you'd gone for a while.
Sure.
And that was kind of the end of Sugar and Spikes.
Yeah.
It sort of wasn't though, because after you came back from Korea, did you still do Sugar and Spikes stuff, or?
No, I don't know. That timeline's screwy. I would have to go back and look at old flyers.
Yeah, because I think we tried to be dying humanity for a hot minute.
Well, I'm talking about like before that, like before I was actually in the picture.
Wait, were you in the band when we were dying humanity?
Yeah.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Did you vote for that change? Because I remember being against it.
To dying humanity.
Yeah, like it sounded
Well, as much as
wrong.
I had a vote at the time, because like it was. Well, so here's how I come into the story. Like I said, I was a fan. I was at shows, and I played in like a real shitty new metal band called Unbound.
That's right.
That was like I think it was first band for most of us, and just figuring it out.
Didn't you
Right.
cover Mudvayne?
Yes, I think we did. I think so. Did we? We weren't that great, but
That's what's so awesome. It's like this is fucking like schlepping through it.
but quick aside on that there's a video of us at our first gig, which was the Riverdale Harvest Fest.
Oh,
It's like
cool.
midday,
Yeah.
and on the video you hear someone in the crowd go, "Yeah, they're terrible."
That's awesome.
But hey, we tried. But at any rate, so we had like played like a couple shows that Elijah put on. I think like the guitar player went to college or something, so it just like petered out or whatever timing was. So you knew I played bass because I'd been in that band. We were starting to jam with Ira and Kelly from the Pink Slips.
Okay.
I think just briefly, but it was at the same practice
Right.
space at that practice space, heavy quotations. It's like a storage unit in South Bend, and that we
just a metal
technically
storage
probably
unit.
shouldn't have been practicing at, but we never got caught, kind of thing. Or maybe we did get caught sometime. I don't remember.
No, the only negative instance we had, because we told the guy, we're like, "Hey man, we're gonna jam here. We're gonna like store our equipment and shit."
Yeah.
Here. And he's like, "Well, it's not heated." And we're like, "Oh, we don't care." And then like I remember I went to pay rent one month, and he's like, "All right, don't really care like about the noise because you guys go in there at like 8 at night, but like, I mean, there's vomit in front of your spot, and there's like there's beer cans all over the alley, like the driveways, and like there's fireworks and liquor bottles, and like, can you just clean it up?"
No, he's like, all right, so I have a new contract for you to sign.
Oh,
It was the same one, except at the bottom he added no vomiting on premises. I was like, all right, that's fair. I'm gonna sign that.
all right, yeah.
But so yeah, just metal.
We probably got a
storage
garbage
unit.
can after
so
that.
the sound was pretty
Oh,
terrible.
it was terrible. Yeah, I never wore earplugs either,
And-
and just be ringing
Oh,
afterwards.
yeah. I thankfully did wear earplugs, but like we had just
And
we would practice in the winter and it would just be
And
bundled
in the
up.
summer too, when it'd be like 120
degrees.
degrees inside, and it was 99 outside, and then we'd open that up and go out, and it would just feel so cool. We're like, oh my god, this is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we had to keep that door closed for sound.
Yeah.
But so at any rate, at some point, like pretty shortly after we started jamming, the sorry about that.
That's fine.
The
Fuck it up, Noah.
This whole thing is going to be like, so when was your first band? And then it's just going to cut to like 26 minutes later, like when we actually get to it.
But yeah, at some point you returned from the Army. You were basically
Sure.
out of the Army, back in Bismarck.
Yeah.
And Sugar and Spikes was going to start up again, but without Sam.
Oh, yeah.
And then, and it was, I think it maybe even was talked about kind of as like a new band.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We ended up doing like a lot of older songs. It's going to be that way, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fine. Carry on.
And so yeah, we went like we just started in that same storage unit practice
Okay.
space in South Main.
Yeah.
We started jamming with. I remember you were coy about it. You said something like, "We just want to see how this sounds with bass." And it wasn't like clear I was in the band until
Right.
Which, in fairness, it was a trial basically. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked out. Yeah, I remember aside from all the skullduggery you already referred to, but like, do you remember it had that metal roll up garage door, and Nordwall's like what 6'4", right? Maybe even taller,
6'6", 6'5", but
and like his long gangly arms, and at one point he like raised his arm with the mic, like to like just in a in a moment of rock, and
fucking punch the door.
yeah, the edge of the rolled up garage door, and just cut himself so bad.
And I remember he was drunk. We're like, oh God, because he was just bleeding profusely. And so first thing, he just rips his shirt and he just wraps it around his hand like multiple times. And then like, I think he ended up going to the hospital.
Problem solved.
Yeah. But like, it was just like, dude, that's just, all right, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember exactly how long. I feel like we were there quite a while because like I have memories of like initially jamming there and then like probably at least a year or two.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I think it was
convenient space to
2002 to 2003, because when I came back from Bosnia in 04, then like I basically hung out here. Maybe we got it again in like the spring, summer of 04, but I moved by the summer of 04. And so then like I was out of Bismarck and like we played a little bit as TSS.
We played quite a bit.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. So like
Maybe it's just like
that era was all the like shows at the Midtowner, like that were for a while. It was like really great guns for like the USA's Monster Show. Like,
really?
And a lot of shows around that era. Where we were playing a lot, and I feel like once every month or two.
Yeah, I thought that was 2002 to 2003.
Well, I guess I am talking about that because like, when did you get back from? Would have been Bosnia.
Yeah, in Bosnia, that's what I just said. Like when I got back from Bosnia in 2004, like I left and
so never mind. It is when you got back from Korea,
Texas,
or wherever you ended up. I didn't even know you were in Texas for any amount of time.
Yes.
How long were you there?
A year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so when you got back that go around before
Bosnia,
because Bosnia was like more or less in the middle of TSS times.
Yeah. So yeah, basically after like Tom Hill. You just cut
everything after our introduction.
We'll be playing sometime in July.
My birthday.
That's
man.
right. Oh yeah.
Birthday shows.
Yeah. We've had a deal, and we've never made good on it to spend our birthdays together.
Yeah, because you're the 16th.
Yep.
JB was the 17th.
Yeah, we were supposed to have the 3-day of parties.
Yeah.
And we never enacted it.
No.
So, man. Well, we'll get to enact our birthdays, at least this year. So,
Yeah.
Which will be nice.
Because we were only Dying Humanity for a short time.
Yeah. I don't know who came up with that name.
So
I was going to say you.
I've got
No. Josh?
I think that was Josh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's gone, so I guess we can blame him anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, I was going to say
blame the guy who wasn't here.
blame the dead guy. Sorry.
And I don't even remember. Well, but like looking at my notes here, the first Dying Humanity show I think was like October 2002, and then the first TSS show was like December. So
Okay.
So it was legit. Like you maybe played like 2 shows. As
Yeah.
Dying Humanity,
Okay.
If that.
Yeah.
And then
I think I have those flyers too, or one. I'll
I
check.
think that's where I got these notes from, all those flyers, which are
Right on.
cool to see. But yeah, then we were Toxic Shock Syndrome, which
Do you want to tell your recollection of how we got that band name?
Oh, okay. I did bring it up to somebody on another episode, but you started off because you remember how he came.
yeah, my memory was. I mean, we were prefaced with like we were in a very edgelord like early 2000s kind of thing. Listened to a lot of anal cunt and like
Right.
offensive bands for offensive sake, kind of.
Yeah.
Which
Offensive for the sake of being
in
offensive.
a very like straight laced square North Dakota. There was a lot of like it was pre 9/11 or maybe right around that.
No, it's post. But
So, oh yeah, that's true. But a very like I don't know. The Christian conservative right was such a big thing. Like,
Yes,
like,
yeah, very much.
Worried about swearing, worried about. So
Yeah.
it's like. But in any event, I remember at a practice, which I guess would have been a Dying Humanity practice. Josh comes and like, okay, I got our actual name here, and it's like it's Toxic Shock Syndrome, and we were listening to like Toxic Narcotic and like
Right,
those
yeah,
crust
yeah,
bands.
so it sounded
so it was like,
cool.
oh yeah, that's right in the wheelhouse. What does
Yeah.
it mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, it's.
for those of you
it's-
listening, we're all shaking our heads in shame right now. You can't see us, but please know we're embarrassed.
It's like a disease you get from having a tampon in for way too long.
Yeah, there's other ways, but that's the most common.
Yeah.
And apparently he read it. You were saying.
So he said he was just on the shitter one day, taking a long dump, and needed something to read. So he reached over and grabbed a tampon box, his sister's box of tampons, and that's when he read that somewhere on the package, and he's like, "That sounds cool. Fuck yeah!" He was excited.
And, and the thing I remember the most is, again, we were tongue firmly in cheek, but also just dumb assholes.
Right.
It was like, yeah, it's he described what it was, and I was like, and women could die from it. And it was just like, oh yeah,
High fives all around. Yeah,
terrible.
like,
It was terrible. But I always, even at the time, like thought of it as like the irony of like
Well, see, for me,
just being a
since I didn't know what it was, I assumed a lot of people wouldn't know, even
Oh,
some women.
100%. Yeah.
But I also like the TSS version. Calling it TSS too.
Yeah, exactly. It's stuck for reasons. Like it was good and catchy.
we did get into a feud with an all-female Toxic Shock Syndrome from Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna say not even a feud. It was like on back in the MySpace days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's where our online presence was, and I don't know if they found us or we found them just on a whim, and we're like, oh, there's another Toxic Shock Syndrome.
Right.
I think it was they found us because we had the name first on MySpace.
Sure.
But like I remember thinking that the impression I got was like they were like, it's cool. Like,
Okay.
they liked
Yeah.
our music, and I remember checking them out and thinking they were cool. So it was like
We should have played with
it
him.
was fine.
Yeah.
If we ever got out of the North Dakota Minnesota area, we might have.
Hey man,
Yeah.
Could have.
we gave it an attempt.
We absolutely
as-
could have had an all Toxic Shock Syndrome
Yeah,
show.
we had the TSS versus God tour. That was like 4 shows, and that I think God ended up winning. So, or we at least came out even. But
Yeah, we played all the shows.
we did.
The van broke down.
Yeah, but your spouse came and picked us up,
Yeah.
and we drove like 45 minutes out of the way just to play late at some place, and I borrowed some dude's drum kit. I think I had changing facial hair.
I think it was St. Cloud.
Yeah, St. Cloud is where it's at the Java joint. But I also had changing facial hair. Like every show, I either had like
Oh, that's right. That was a bit you were doing. That.
I had like a beard for one show, and then like a Fu Manchu, and then I think I shaved it all off for like our last show. But I would like progressively like shave parts of my facial hair off.
We were definitely not a serious band when it came to like.
It's like we
We had
were.
a lot of bits.
Yeah, it's like we were and we weren't though. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
no, I mean there were songs that were serious and
and
whatever.
like we did
Intense.
really try and practice like and be good. Like we always just had something like go wrong, and it's just like, oh, we forgot like your hi-hat. It's like, fuck, damn it. Like, just shit like that seemed to happen.
That always happens. But I'm saying more like we had a lot of silly bits, and as well, especially like looking back at these Sugar and Spikes tracks, like how many like fun little gags there are, and just like stuff that was on the recording of just like ad-libbed in the studio that ended ended up on the recording. And like, to me, as someone who listens to the tape as a fan first, am like, oh yeah, that's just part of the song that he goes, good God, that sucked at the end, you know.
Fuck it, we're keeping it.
Yeah, fuck it, you're keeping it is iconic. Like Tom yelling
I
that
think
after
those are both mine, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, good God, that sucked was
that was Nordwall.
Because that was at the end of that fast or take a stand.
Yeah, whereas fucking we're keeping it is from Un-American Activities.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, okay.
Which
these were both recorded at Higgins, right?
Yep.
I think that's true. Yeah.
But like, why was Josh saying, good God, that sucked? Like, he didn't have to play. Like, he was just standing there fucking like just waiting for us to rush through the song.
Well, no, actually, like legit. I took it just knowing Josh.
Yeah.
I took it as him saying his performance sucked. Like.
Oh.
I think that's what he was trying to say.
That could be.
Which at the end of the day, that was the take you guys used. So apparently it didn't suck that bad.
Well, I brought it up before, but we only had like, $20, $40 with Sugar and Spikes. Maybe
true.
it was only like $20 in 1 hour.
No, because we ended up getting tapes with Ron. So like, I think we had actually played a good number of shows with Sugar and Spikes. Because I remember taking that recording seriously. But because that was the first time I'd ever been like an actual studio. Yeah. But it was just Ron's basement. And like there was like, it was the old 70s like carpet and stuff. But it sounded really nice in there.
It wasn't the same. So when I recorded, where Un-American Activities recorded with Higgins, that was like a kind of industrial building. Somewhere in South.
No.
Yeah, it was a house though.
Yeah, South Mandan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walked in.
It must have been kind of a big basement though. I'm picturing a pretty
a big open basement.
And then he had like a separate. It was a bedroom or something like that, but that was his mix room or his like control room.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That does track.
But yeah, because we made tapes, and that's how we got our original run of tapes was from that. And like Higgins said, well, I'll make you guys tapes too, and so we got them all like professionally done in cellophane. But then when we came back with Un-American Activities, it was like, we got $60 because we spent the rest on booze. And like, just, we didn't have time to like do more takes. Like we did backing vocals, which, backing grunts on a couple of songs.
This would be like, I think it was almost entirely because the three of you, Tom Nordwall, and Aaron Whitesides from later of Bonesaw fame, were all working at Fiesta Via, and I think you were all doing the death metal voice constantly. Oh yeah, because like your backing vocals, like I only did like a little bit of backing vocals on that. I did the government slide. I mean, you did a bunch of it. And they were actually pretty like on point, I felt.
But yeah, like we don't do them correctly. I mean, now we're just airing all of our things we did wrong, and people would be like, "Oh, I thought that album was good." Like, I mean, nobody thought that.
Speaking of the album, you wanted to bring something up about the Sugar and Spikes tape?
Oh yeah. So I recently have been putting this stuff on Bandcamp. By the time the public hears this, it should all be up there in one form or another. But I was looking at the tape, The Conception and Abortion of Sugar and Spikes. And the liner notes were just adorable. Like the names listed in the credits are Joshua Cancer, Folks and Words.
Vox. That's Vox.
Vox. Yep.
Come on.
VOX. Sam Stupid, Bass and Words.
I'm so glad we did that.
Yeah. Goes on to own his law firm. so such an idiot he is.
Yeah, stupid and dumb, right?
Yeah.
General Chaos on drums.
Hey, that was from one of my all-time favorite. And I stand to this day. I talked to my son about it. General Chaos was the Sega game, and it was like this cartoonish like small group on small group warfare, and it was beautiful. So. And
then on guitar, Elijah Kirby.
Yeah. I didn't want a dumb nickname or anything. I knew it would stick,
Yeah,
I already had one freshman year of high school.
See, but what was that? Because Joshua Cancer.
It was mayonnaise.
I never called him Joshua. What?
Nobody called you mayonnaise. What?
For a hot minute. Mayo. We were sitting at a
And nobody called him Josh Cancer.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like he signed his name Jash with like the Anarchy A.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
But like,
well,
I mean, he didn't say like call me Jash. Like he didn't. He's like no. He's like I'm Josh. And like he was really Nordwall. I mean, that's what like most of us called him.
But you
that's
did
also
get
true.
General Chaos a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was my like my vigilante name because like we tried to do a bunch of like kind of like gonzo stuff and like make like improvised fireworks and stuff like that as kids and like we would go down and do like word of the day nefarious things like in the desert and stuff and we would sneak out and so that was always like my code name when I was doing that stuff and then like it just came from loving that video game and then it was like I don't know.
And I mean, Chaos absolutely fits the aesthetic of like classic punk rock stuff. So,
well, right,
so
and
yeah,
if you look at our pictures, I mean, we're all of 16, 17
Yeah.
there. Because Elijah, you're 18 months older than me, or just a year?
Yeah, 1 year.
Oh yeah, like
And
a year.
2 days.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right.
okay, so
yeah, anyway.
So the others, and this is just cool. Although speaking to your youth, like the bit of a run-on
Going
sentence.
back, when I turned 21, I bought you beer.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. Don't admit to crimes on a podcast.
Yeah, I'll cut that in.
I remember. So one of my minors I got because I got a number of minor in consumptions. We were talking about Dusty Monroe, and I was driving home from a show with Dusty, and we stopped at the liquor store because he was 21. And so I was going to be polite, and I turned my headlights off. And then as we left, and we turned out on the main in Mandam, I forgot to turn my headlights back on, but I didn't notice because it was light out on the streets. So the cop pulls me over, and like I wasn't drunk, but I'd been drinking. So he like breathalyzes me, he takes me to jail because he's like blew a .04, and I'm like, dude, I'm not drunk. He's like, you're 20 years old, and I'm like, all right, fair. And I was like, well, I'm going to Bosnia next month, and he's like, well, I still got to take you to jail, and I was like, oh fuck. So like, Dusty gets a ride home. Like he calls, I think Amy at a payphone because we didn't have cell phones. Like she comes and picks him up, and then like they came and picked me up from jail, and then I just had to go home. But that was my minor with Dusty.
Cool.
But yeah, sorry, just cut it all.
No.
Just cut it out. Just please.
I'm not doing any editing.
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
So on the cover, Emma Goldman is known as a rebel, an anarchist, an ardent proponent of birth control and free speech, a feminist, a lecturer, and writer. So notes about to me, iconic. Like I didn't know who this person was until I got the tape. But like,
Yeah.
Me neither.
yeah.
Gonna be honest.
because it was Nordwall,
Right,
right?
yeah,
Like,
that was Josh
Nordwall was
Nordwall. Yeah.
going hard on.
But I love
anarchists.
the idea of, somebody was kind of unknown-ish, plus a mugshot. It's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It looks so badass, and I love that cover. So you had that description in there, and then the photos of all you looking young and adorable. And then it goes, we would like to thank the Higgins family, the recording, Mukilteo Fairies, you do a cover of them.
Oh, yeah.
And Worst Case Scenario,
Yep.
also do a cover. And absolutely no one else, all caps. Because you never had our backs.
Oh, man,
Really?
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Wow.
And then, copyrights suck, steal our songs at will.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
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 See,
I don't
Oh, that's
get a real
right.
kick out of
We
that.
put the copyright symbol with a
Yeah,
little
absolutely.
cross through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was badass.
Now looking, I mean, in today's, I mean, this is like where my brain's at now. I'm like, it's a fucking dumb move because somebody's gonna like we'll be 70. Somebody's gonna be like, pick this song up for like some AI game, right? And, like, and give us like $0 because, and it'd be like the most famous song in the world. And we're like,
Yeah,
why did we do that? Hindsight is 2020.
when our AI overlords are using "I Have a Dream" as the national anthem,
Yeah.
you won't get any credit.
No, I guess not. I don't remember who came up with the "'Cause You Never Had Our Backs." Like,
I don't know. That could have been me. I don't
would
know.
also
I might
seem
have been
like-
angsty.
well, Sam was very angsty too, but he was very rebellious. Like, do you remember when we like it was after practice, and then there was a Williston show we played, and he ate like 3/4 of his chicken sandwich, we were at McDonald's, and then he comes up and he's like, just slaps it down. And he's like, "Excuse me, sir, this was ill prepared. I would like another." The guy's like, "You fucking ate like all of it." And he's like, "No, it's bad. I will give you another one." And so they did. And then like we were being complete dicks one night after practice, and we were in Sam's little fiesta, and we went to McDonald's. Have I told you this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't there. I've heard.
Oh,
this,
you
so.
weren't? Okay. Oh, so should I not tell it?
No, you tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going through the drive-thru at McDonald's, and we're like, "Oh, we have like 1,000 cheeseburgers, and like we want 47 fries, and we'll have like 5 shakes," and like we kind of made it half believable, but then we would like add and take away stuff, and so it was like this lady thought it was a really, really big order, and then we finally whittled it down to 2 cheeseburgers, hold the ketchup. And so then like Sam goes through the drive-thru, pays, and they're like, "That really sucked, man." Like they're just like basically telling us like, "Why were you being dicks?" And
it's like that Tom Cruise interview where he gets squirted with water by some prankster, and he's like, he doesn't get mad. He just goes, "Why would you do that?"
Yeah.
So we weren't.
Poor drive-thru lady is just like, "Why would you do that?"
Yeah. So then we get the cheeseburgers, and we drive away, and we open them up, and Sam's like, "Oh, what the fuck."
Oh, they put ketchup on it?
No, they like squirted mustard all over the cheeseburgers. So they're just fucking like nasty. So Sam,
That's why you don't fuck with the people who make your food.
oh no,
Yeah.
Sam had the last laugh because he turns around and Nordwall's in the passenger seat and I'm in the back, and Sam's like, "Fucking go back through the drive-thru," and so he drives backwards through the drive-thru, and Josh like bangs on the window. They open it up, just fucking chucks the cheeseburger at him. And we just drive off.
Just a mustard grenade.
Yeah, it was just terrible. But those are like funny memories with those guys. And I think, I mean, back to like, that was just us being young and dumb. Mm-hmm. But I do think it like really solidified our friendships. And like, I mean, experiences like that, I think I keep coming back to that, like some of those like core memories because they're just really fun. And I just remember being kind of like a carefree kid, or like when we drive to Minot for shows or Williston, it was like,
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
doing
yeah,
that in high school was
yeah, well, like
kind
we
of
never
amazing.
got to go outside of like Minnesota, but even like the people that you guys knew from like Williston and Minot, and then it was like, yeah, we're going out of town to play, and it was like we were cool because we were the Bismarck kids, because we were cooler, bigger than Minot, and then
Yeah.
like anytime Fargo bands came, like I remember we put that 1-900 band on a bill. I think that was with AJ from Necktie Suicide. This was like in the maybe like 2002 era, but it was TSS.
Yeah,
it was like 1-900, and maybe it was supposed to be Necktie. They all canceled, and so then it just ended up being
that's really
us for like, and we were like, well, we got a long time to play, but like 300 kids showed up. Like, 'cause I remember the Midtowner was fucking packed, and it didn't matter that like we're just like, oh yeah, I guess it's just us now, and we had like one opening band, and it was a pop punk band. Was it fucking they played with us sometimes. I want to say Belvedere.
Well, Belvedere's an out-of-town band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we maybe did play with. But like the locals you may be thinking of, like Refined or Nova 86, depending on the era.
I can't remember.
Refined would have been, or Celebrate Montclair. There's a whole bunch of
I remember we kind of made fun of them because that's who we were. We were kind of like, oh, it's these guys.
Made fun of everyone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, and then it's like, look at us. But
that was
our mantra. Yeah, you never had our backs. Like, but yeah, like it was just like we would get. I remember like Fargo was like kind of the mecca, and like I remember the first time we played in Fargo, and then like we played in Minneapolis, and that felt like it was really super cool. But yeah, in high school it was a big deal to drive to like Williston.
Did Sugar and Spikes ever play in Fargo?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so that would have been TSS, which
I did take a trip to Fargo with Josh, and I have a picture of he and I on the back of his Mitsubishi Montero, and we're at McDonald's, and he and I are posing, so somebody else obviously takes the picture, and we wrote in, because his Montero was all dirty from driving, we wrote "suck our cunt" in fucking dirt, and then said, hey, somebody take our picture right here. And it's such a great picture because like my hair was dyed like jet black, but it was like standing straight up. I'll have to find it for you guys. Like I'll have to post that because it's pretty wonderful. Like
you have a scanner back home?
I can figure it out. I guess I do have a scanner, but the printer part of it doesn't work. So whether that works or not, but I can go to the library. So I'm going to figure that out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I want to post some of our photos too, maybe with the podcast.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So what else do we have to talk about with this?
I guess that's it. We're gonna play this summer. We're gonna have guest vocals.
We should talk a little bit about that.
I mean, none of that's set in stone at this
Well,
point.
we got to get that set.
No, but I think it like we're not gonna like replace Josh, and we're not like getting back together as a band. But like, I think it's
probably just this one-time thing.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's appropriate, and like we're not.
Although we said that in 2023, like our point then was just to jam with each other like one last time, just to do it.
Yeah, just have fun.
But,
I mean, I don't even know if it was.
But then this idea came along, and I was
We totally half-assed that 2023 practice. Like, but
I mean, that's just it. That was very low pressure, very.
Yeah.
It's just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And when we started talking about doing this, then and like getting back into it.
Yeah, this is more. We've been taking it more seriously.
We've sworn to play better than we have in the past, and make
it's very weird playing songs that some were written in high school.
Yeah, I think that like you take a break from them though for a while, and they do kind of feel new. Yeah. And I know, like even going back and listening to other bands that I've been a part of, like there's some good hooks in there, and like I sometimes think that we could have like had we whether worked harder or been in a different like market. I think we had songs that like stood. I mean, at least like we could have like been mildly relevant, right?
Yeah.
So
mildly.
I don't mean to like. I'm trying to. I don't think we would have been like a huge band by any means, but like I think we had good stage presence as a group. And like I think had we like stayed together as TSS and like we would have tightened up our sound, I think we could have easily like had like made a name for ourselves in like a hardcore crust and punk scene, and like
I mean that's the thing. A lot of it is luck and like right time, right place,
and touring.
And well, but I mean even that like if we'd have had the stuff. The
means, man.
Exactly the means and the executive function to like do stuff like but it just wasn't quite all there.
We didn't have that one rich member, you know,
exactly.
who could buy all the equipment, the
could make a
van,
huge difference.
Well, because that was kind of our like when we did try the one tour, like we immediately got set back $700 because when we tried to hook up Rusty's trailer to your van. Yeah. Rusty's like, dude, you can take it tonight, but your back end might fall off.
Well no, he didn't say. He was like, it'll be fine. Like no, it was. I went to Linny's place. Okay. She had like a party or something after a show. Okay. And so I was there, parked in her parking lot, and then I come out like 3 a.m. or whatever to go home, and the weight of the trailer had taken my, I didn't realize, very rusty hitch bar and just twisted it. Okay. And so then we went to like a metal fabricator shop. Got it done because I didn't really know. In hindsight, I don't know if that was like a good expenditure, but. Well,
yeah, but we weren't going to let it stop us. But we're like, well, we got to play in Fargo tonight, and so then I think we're like, well, we'll be fine because we can play, and we were playing with I think Poets and Thieves.
Yeah.
At billiards. And then got it fixed, picked up the trailer, and then we're like, yes. So that's like we're like fighting God. And then we get out on the road to St. Cloud, and then we get to like Melrose, Minnesota.
Yeah, the highway like 3 miles or so from Melrose's exit, and my belt because I didn't know about.
Yeah,
and like it just shut off. Yeah, like the timing belt just snapped. Yeah, and it's like, well, fuck now. Okay, so then like I started walking. And then got picked up by that highway patrol guy. And then he drove me to Melrose, waited for you guys, because you got a tow truck with the trailer.
Yeah. And well, I think he must have called, because again, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have.
Oh, yeah. I must have made the call or something like that.
Yeah, somehow we got a tow truck to come get it. get it all fixed up and I think that was like overnight. I don't remember how it all came together.
No, because we had to be there that night, and so then like we called the show, the Java joint, from the payphone or from like the shop phone, because we had called Nancy too. We're like, you got to come pick us up from Elk River, and she's like, well, that's a ways away, and we're like, yeah, we know, we got to play at the Java joint, and then like. So we called, but it was the coffee shop that was open. We're like, oh, we're going to be late. And they're like, yeah, we'll tell somebody. And then they hung up. And then, like, I remember getting to the show way late. And they're like, we didn't really hear from you guys. And we're like, well, I called. And they're like, yeah, that would have been the coffee side, that they don't know what we were doing here. And then they hadn't torn down. Like, they just had gotten done, right? I think, and so, like, we got to...
Yeah,
we ended up getting to play.
We basically showed up at the last possible second before I think people had already left, thinking there was no other
Yeah.
bands.
Yeah.
But we played to some people. It was fine. Kind of just like thinking about like later touring I did and how much difference a cell phone makes in the modern era. Like,
oh yeah,
compared to where we were just so boned. like you remember going to, this was a less catastrophic thing, but we went and played Minneapolis at a house show.
Oh, yeah.
I forget who got us. Oh, no. It was Trent from Minot got us the gig. Didn't really tell anybody else at the house, and then also wasn't there.
Yeah, said we could play.
But one of the dudes who was in a band called Good Morning, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he, like, slapped us together a show on, like, short notice, and it was pretty rad.
Yeah, it was super rad.
But do you remember we're, like, going there, and I'd maybe been to the cities, but it was probably the first time I was driving in the cities, and, like... just like we missed it was a left exit.
Oh yeah,
just totally missed that. And then we're like trying to figure out from like a shitty old atlas I had from my grandpa and like the directions we had printed off from MapQuest or whatever it was, to like cross reference. Okay, where is this place? And somehow we eventually found it. But like,
I remember
it was a nightmare.
And I don't know if you were driving or if I was.
I think I was driving because I remember being like, "Fuck, I missed I should have won."
But because it's not trying to dog on him, but it's like I remember Josh was in the front seat, and like he wouldn't turn the fucking music down, and like we couldn't talk to each other, and he's like, "Oh, this is great," and like it just like, shut up, like please, just for a second while we find this exit, and like, but then I do remember you careening like across the highway because we're like, take that one, and like you just fucking went for it, and like trailer. Yeah, and just like
we survived somehow.
Yeah,
good luck everybody else.
Yeah,
but like nowadays, Google Maps just instantly reroutes me. All right, I'm fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
no panics. But we were out there trying to make it happen. I can only imagine like the '80s, like you hear stories of like Black Flag and stuff. Right?
Oh my god,
yeah, they're just like having a real hard time getting beat up by the cops whenever they go to a new town. So we had a little bit easier, but there were challenges.
But I think if we would have had we finally did get Josh's van, but then it blew up. You guys remember? His blue van?
That only lasted like very briefly into
but we had it towed back to Josh's that night with like it was full of gear, and his friend like had towed us back with a Honda Accord.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even towed by a tow truck.
No, we're just like let's just get it done. But yeah, so I think we just kind of had bad luck with vehicles, and had we had like a little bit better luck and been able to string some stuff together, and I was constantly gone too. But I mean that was we just never got it together. I think it was something fun to do, and like
100%.
It was we knew all the people, and the people we didn't, it was just like, hey, cool, thanks for coming. Like I don't ever remember feeling resentment for people, or like it wasn't a place that like all people were welcome in, like especially in Minot. Like I always just felt like it was so fun to be there, and like everybody was just like happy to have something to do, or like that some band came, and so like even if it was from us from Bismarck, you just felt like king shit to play at like a condemned bar. But everybody loved it. I mean, right? It was just like super sweaty, and it was good.
Yeah, smelly.
Yeah,
smelly days. Holy.
Interesting smell.
All right, I feel good after this weekend too. That was a good jam.
Yeah, like muscle memory's kicking back in, and like.
Oh, thanks for that towel, by the way. When I showered this morning, it smelled like cat piss.
So I went through great strides to really try and clean up for these two before they came to my house.
You did a
And-
great job. It looks nice in here.
And
Smells nice.
my
Beautiful.
cat took a piss on one of my bath towels because she's kind of a bitch sometimes. And like,
And I rubbed it all over my body.
Your freshly clean body.
Yeah.
yeah,
Entirely defeating the purpose.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, do you want to shower again? I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I offered him a
I'll
clean
just be
towel.
cat
Yeah,
smell
so like you've
piece.
now, like that's on you. Like
Yep.
I did offer you an alternative.
I
So
know. I just felt defeated after that.
I've offered you food. I made you made it or make it on your own because
Yes,
I was like,
I
fuck
did.
you.
Yep.
So, yeah. No, I think we're sitting pretty good as far as like music.
Yeah,
Like
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah.
And,
We're gonna have we should have a poll and take requests. Like a doodle poll. I'll fucking see myself. It's been nice. All right, yeah. Somebody else is gonna play drums.
Most, if not all, the recordings should be available on Bandcamp. If you search for Toxic Shock Syndrome North Dakota and Sugar and Spikes North Dakota, it should come up.
You had to do the ND.
Yeah,
Why?
there's a lot of Toxic Shock Syndromes. On Discogs, there's like 5 or 6.
We had to be fucking like shocksyndrome.net because we couldn't have the toxic
Oh, really?
toxic shock syndrome because the government had it. So
Wait, really?
yeah, I think it was like toxicshocksyndrome.gov or something. It was like it's like the CDC's like webpage for like information about toxic shock syndrome.
Okay.
A very serious
I did not
disease that
remember that.
afflicts thousands of women, and we were just raising awareness of it. So we have done our good societal deed. Wait, where's the end button? Suck our cunt.